shit. We had our own issues, and that's our own issue, right? It doesn't mean that you advertise, make a room, and try to like that's. And Jerry did that, and it's the thing that's crazy about it is nobody really followed him into
That was the
spaces.
funny part because he think he built MM on his own. But here's the thing: the real squabble was between Nelson and Jerry. It always was. Nelson did not like Jerry a bit, even a little bit. Okay, and they brought him on. Byron, it was Nelson, Byron, and Jonathan. I think they brought Jerry on because they were getting too busy to keep it going for hours and hours and hours. You know what I mean? They all did their real estate during the day, so they had MM over to Jerry and I. So Jerry, he was running it, and that's what that was. And Nelson didn't like it at all, at all.
And this time go around, and whether I agree with Daphne or whatever, you know how, but Jerry had a problem with Daphne and pretty much tried to put JB in that situation. But just because JB will be like, hey, I'm going to create another room because they're talking nonsense. Like it's like he tried to put JB in that situation. And I think that was like really, I think that's really fucked up. Like, whether they have a
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I think that's just a man. I don't think that's a husband yet.
it's a boyfriend or fiance or something like that.
Yeah, I think my ear fiance. They've been going hard in the paint. You know what?
I mean,
Ain't nothing wrong with that. But she has a husband.
I'm just saying she's got
and that's why the mom said, "John, I mean,
She said, you ain't gonna skip that part.
wait a minute."
Ron's like,
So, so I'm like a normal person. So where's Fox, right? First lady. Look, I don't believe in violence, but I'm about to ask you, what part of this hand do you want? The front hand or the back hand?
Because I can't
What part of the hand do you want?
go on mute. We gotta go. We get to
I don't believe in violence. I don't believe in violence. So,
We're getting into the gossip, boo. It's social media. We need gossip. Okay.
I'm just saying that she was in this orbit and you got get caught up in that orbit and now all of a
has been arrested for clock picking. So apparently he tweeted this about 7 hours ago. Did you see it?
I didn't see it, but it makes me laugh. I meant to hit the laugh emoji because, yeah, you know who he's after because didn't they say yesterday that that list don't exist? Ain't nobody on it, wasn't nobody ever on it.
He better stop playing. They need to know his ass.
Yeah, see, this is what I said, First Lady. Elon has yet to understand. He may be the richest man in the world, and I don't even know if he
Robert. You know, I appreciate you. I really, Peter, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Peter, I appreciate you, Peter. Um, you know, it's people think that they have the right to just spit and spew at any given time. And it's just like, just learn how to be respectful. That's all. I didn't even call him what you thought I called him. I was thinking about Peter Cottontail. I was thinking about a children's book. And that's why I said Peter Tail. But you know, you decided you were going to come in, interrupt once again, be disruptive, still don't understand that you just need to stay on mute. We done told you several times. I'm not saying that you're not a good person. That doesn't make you a bad person, but it makes you an annoying person. And sometimes people don't have the energy to deal with that. People got their own kids. This is a clubhouse app. And people choose to deal with stupidity. People choose to deal with disrespect and so on or whatever. I'm not that person. I don't. I give grace, but I technically I don't put up with it, and I dislike it. So today I'm standing on business, and I'm saying if you can't get it together, then that's fine. Don't get it together, but you won't be here. And I think that's just simple. I don't think that's a hard request. Y'all think that's hard? Y'all think that's difficult?
Not at all, First Lady. And you
Okay.
do give grace. I'm trying to learn from you, but I don't know how to give grace. I just know how to get in somebody's ass. That's all I know how to do.
I agree with that. I think it's real easy to do, though.
I think
For
the
some
most
people
patient
it is.
person
For
is.
some it's not, Jamel.
Well, you want to know how easy it is?
So, and then you say people crying. Nobody's crying, sir. And then you have other people quantum leap over here, leaping from frog to frog, spreading his demonic spirits. You talking about people being feminists and so on and what have you, just because somebody's correcting the spirit that has never been corrected inside of you, sir. You had a demonic spirit about you. You came on stage being disruptive. You don't know how to act, and you don't know how to tame that beast within inside of you, which continuously causes you to be lack in life. If you really want me to read you, you see, but I don't tell people what I see because I don't want them to, feel some type of way. But since you want to come for me, you sent for the wrong one. Because trust and believe the God that I serve, He knows all, and He don't play about me. You understand? So, if there's anyone else that would like to be excused from this space, by all means, you can do it now, or you can get it together, which that's what I hope that we all can do so we can have conversation, because that's what this app is about. It is about having conversation. But most of the time, people can't have conversation because they don't know how to communicate with other people and with respect. So, carry on.
First Lady, that was very awesome. So to anyone who wants to learn about the word respect, just understand this. Every single person on this earth was taught how to be respectful by learning. Good morning, hello, hi, how you doing? Thank you very much. It is called the word manners. Now, how many people forgot about that little thing that we disrespectfully do when we were taught how to be respectful to ourselves?
Mm-hmm.
Every single day I get up and I try to, what I call it is undumbing the world. Because people have to understand, if we all went to school, we all were taught the ABC, we all were taught the same exact words, good, bad, and indifferent. How crazy is it that we keep on arguing, disagreeing, and yelling at each other when we're asked a question and all you have to do is answer it? You got a resolution already, but here it is. We're fighting over things that we humans agreed to have in the first place, which is people in politics to run the country, people to give you a job, which you had to have a boss, and then people to pay you after you worked. So come on, we made a world of control. Why can't we start to appreciate what we developed and then make it easier on each other instead of disagreeing?
You lost me on the last few comments. So one, you can own your own business if you don't want to be under control. Number two, you do need a situation where your voice should be heard, right?
Right, your voice is always heard. That's the problem. Everybody has a live and truthful notion of everything that they've been taught. It's all that the reasoning is this. We've been taught you have your own opinion. Now listen very carefully, okay? How is your opinion when you were taught it from someone else who gave you everything that you know today? How is it that anything that you want to learn, you have to teach it or be taught from someone else?
Or learn it on your own?
You can never learn it on your own, never, because you're going to read a book. A book is going to have the information you need. You can't learn it by yourself. There's other people that were here before you got here who made the information available. So how crazy is it that you're going to talk about you can learn something on your own? Did you make yourself, bring yourself in the world? Did you go to school on your own?
So trial and error is a method to learn things on your own.
There's no trial and error when it's already got an answer already. Listen, brother, you went to school, you were taught the alphabet. The alphabet has every word in it. If you want to start out from where you began, from your mother, you had to be taught how to say mommy and daddy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You had to be dependent on something or someone to teach you what you know. You cannot teach yourself knowledge that you were taught from your parents.
Alphabet has letters in it, not words.
All right, so let's get back. This is a political room. I definitely appreciate the segue. I think that is important for us to actually start building on our communication skills, because the more that we can communicate here, then we'll be able to communicate outside of here. Reaching and teaching someone, it is our duty, if in fact you believe in humanity, if in fact you still continuously believe in empathy. And that is what I feel like the world is lacking today. Nobody has any kind of empathy. I'm not going to say nobody, but the majority of people are lacking in that area. So as we continue conversations, let's just try to keep those things in mind. Try not to offend people, but also try not to be offended. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to let certain things just go. Sometimes, not all the time. But anyway, so we were talking about, what's his name? Elon? Anything else? Anything else, man? Mr. Musk, yeah. Hey, Your Honor. Hey, Patty.
I did have an article I was going to play, or a video. Let me look for it again.
Everybody enjoy their weekend? Can't believe it was just the 4th the other day. Oh my goodness. It's already the 7th.
Firstly, I have a question I want to propose to steer us into the potential negative effects of DEI pursuit that the administration is pushing us toward. But hey, mixing that up with what happened, was that the civil rights movement afterwards, the desegregation, black kids were able to kind of go into these white kids areas, but into schools. But what happened was it caused one of the highest purgings of black teachers in America, right? All of a sudden, like a lot of black teachers kind of like lost their jobs because black kids were going into these white schools. So I was thinking about this in the sense that if this DEI thing is complaining about how white people are being hired, right? And there's some discrimination, will that have a negative ripple effect on, let's say, other companies, even private companies, private businesses, smaller businesses, migrant businesses? Meaning, I know if I go into like a Chinatown or Little Ethiopia, usually everybody's staffed by their people, right? Could it be that this kind of DEI initiative will potentially force these could that potentially to set the precedence for, hey, if you're a minority business, and if you're not hiring in proportion, or white people specifically, that you might be subject to a lawsuit. All it takes is just the right person to step up, the right, I hate saying this, the right Karen to step up and be like, well, this is not fair, and all of a sudden that business is either forced to shutter, evaluate, or is just challenged unreasonably for the legitimacy of that business based on the fact that I can't hire enough money. So I don't know.
That's not what I'm saying though, is that I don't think you're like talking about the future right now. I think you're talking about right now. I just think that most minority-owned businesses aren't high profile enough that they get a lot of attention, right? Like Fearless Fund got attention because it was a much bigger deal. I think there was tens of millions of dollars in that fund, or maybe even more than that. And so it was arguably one of the most high-profile minority-run businesses in the whole country. If you're talking about something that's not on that scale, like I just don't think it's going to get the same kind of attention. It's the same way where like when they're going after nonprofits, they're not going after like a small community organization right now. They've been going after like Vera Institute, the Vera Institute, which is I don't know, they probably have like a 8-figure budget a year, probably 50 million or something like that. So they're picking and choosing who they're going after based on popularity and size and the spectacularness of what happens after, but it's already happening. And I'm actually like surprised that there hasn't been more discussion of what's gone on at the Civil Rights Division of the DOJ. I think it's gotten not a lot of attention, mostly because there's just so much going on, like it's hard to focus. But they basically just ended civil rights enforcement, and even to your suggestion, like they've even turned it on its head. So civil rights protection now is like for the majoritarians, right? Like for white people, for men, and it's not for the people it used to defend. So like, I mean, just as one example, like all the what do they call it? Something decree. I forget the first word. But basically, where they consent decree. So basically, where the police departments that were super, racist, for example, were having to, basically work with the government to make sure that they were following the law. All that's canceled. Like none of those exist in the country. Like that should be a big deal, but it's just been kind of glossed over.
So I guess on a higher level, if I were to kind of reposition it into a certain business market or whatever, Donald Trump during his first administration, he went to Silicon Valley and he made a comment which kind of terrified me. He said something like, "Where are all the white people? This place is just filled with Asians," right? And people kind of brushed that off. But for me, that was another dog whistle, right? Saying that he doesn't like the current makeup of the tech industry as it is, because what he felt was not enough white people that he saw, right? So for me, that suggests that, okay, if this is a dog whistle, all it takes is for, let's say, a white disgruntled programmer to say, you're hiring just a bunch of, Asian people, you're not hiring white people, you're not hiring enough of them, I'm going to sue you for that, for discrimination. And that's, again, turning it on its head. And I think that for a large industry like that, for a large company like that, it would qualify to say this will make enough noise that they can kind of, research based in that field. So the field is being defunded basically. The tech field is being defunded.
Yeah, exactly. And also, there's just a number of parts of just living in the U.S. as an immigrant that is very hard. So when you're talking about the tech industry, there's a lot of people who come here. Like I live in the Bay Area, right? There's a ton of people who come here to be programmers and entrepreneurs from all over the world, and it's just a lot harder to live right now, or at least there's a lot of reasons to be worried. And like if you're on an H-1B, do you think that H-1B status is going to be expanded, maintained, or contracted? The way that they're moving right now on immigration, right? So now if you got a chance of having a job out here, and it's like I don't know, $140,000 a year, which is a great salary for anyone in the world. But you don't know if you're gonna get kicked out. And like your kid that's in school, it might be like overnight that you gotta go. And that opportunity back home for 70,000 that's stable might sound a lot better. So there's just a lot of that kind of stuff going on. And yeah, I mean, just the way they're moving is a deterrent to people, in my opinion.
So okay. So the second part of this question that I asked about, like the reverse discrimination, the implementation of actionable reverse discrimination, like enforcement, right? Is if a white person's trying to get in, they don't get in, and they sue, then I know that there's a sentiment inside of the tech industry in particular, where some, let's say, non-white people that are of, I don't know, like either Indian or something like that. I think I've heard it more specifically in the Indian population, where they are clearly qualified to advance in the company to go into management and even upper management kind of areas, and yet there has been a lot of complaints that that is not happening, and that there's a lot of kind of roadblocks and deterrents to seeing those mid-level, like say Asian Americans rising up into the higher echelons, C-suites of larger tech companies. Now, some people have even gone out to have formal complaints and have gone to lawsuits, right, in form of discrimination, right? So I'm seeing this from two sides. One, if white people are trying to get into the tech industry, they could be sued, and then those that are inside currently they're trying to move up, they can sue. I am seeing, and my gut tells me, is ones that are non-white, that are minority, that are trying to move up, probably either be devalued, pushed off to the side, or removed. The ones that are focused more on white discrimination will be promoted, showcased, and moved forward. Thoughts on that? Does that even make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. symptoms again, and they didn't have COVID. I said, maybe you're taking testing themselves for COVID.
You see, maybe this should
I don't think it's COVID. I had COVID back in the day, and it felt completely different. It's not COVID.
maybe they should have got the vaccine.
I just get the vaccine.
It's a bottle of vodka this weekend. Actually, how many big bottles of vodka did you have?
It's not big.
I only have one. It's always one, just in case.
Yeah, I got a friend like you, and the first thing he did when he picked me up at the airport was he took me to the liquor store and he bought huge bottles of vodka and he put them next to like 10 other huge bottles of vodka. I was like, what the fuck is wrong?
Maybe he's a collector.
No, he's an alcoholic. It cost him 2 marriages and $1 million.
I mean, it could get worse. It could get to the hiding the nips everywhere they go. Let's see that in front of
You could
us.
also be on social audio just like slurring your words and really saying nothing, like you have brain damage.
I remember my friend's roommate, he hid a bottle of Jack Daniels in the top of the toilet. I went to flush the toilet one day, and it's like, what's going on with this thing? I opened up the top thing, it's like, there's a bottle of Jack Daniels in there.
Where do you keep yours?
Have you ever been to the doctor with a DF to tell you if your liver is damaged or something?
That's not nice.
I know. I'm not trying for it to be nice. I'm asking a fact. I'm asking something real. Because you drink a lot, dude. And you do whatever you want. Like, I'm not going to tell you not to do anything. But yeah, I'm just curious. If you have ever tested your liver.
There's consequences if he doesn't test it.
Well, yeah, because there are consequences. I'm not telling you not to stay.
I feel like they're cheating on me.
I'm not telling him not to do it. He can do whatever the hell he wants to do. If he wants to kill himself, by all means, go for it. But all I'm saying is that if you drink that much, do you at least keep like track, like a medical track or whatever, that you can make sure that you're okay? It's like if I were a smoker, I would, I don't know, like
Well, you shouldn't
make sure
gonna
that
be able to
I don't have
make sure you
emphysema or
breathe.
something,
I
right?
think it's not good for you.
Yeah, I agree.
What?
You say you smoke when you drink too, so you really shouldn't grow
I don't
cigarettes
smoke.
and go out of my house.
Yeah, I smoke 1 or 2 cigarettes a year. It's amazing. And I've drunk 3 drinks this year, and we're in July.
Well, what's the fun in that?
That my liver is doing great.
Not necessarily. Other things can affect the liver.
Yeah, well, I don't have cirrhosis, at least.
Like, if,
Yeah,
if
sure.
you eat
Yeah,
like bad foods, your liver has to work on that too.
That's true.
You see?
But I
Some
don't
of the
do that
so-called
either.
countries I hear it could also have an impact. Respectfully,
Yeah, it could be
What?
genetic.
love the Guatemalan people, but yeah, that makes sense. Like, they're not cool.
Okay, keep drinking. If you just want to turn a blind eye to it, by all means, go ahead. Be my guest. Be my guest. Be my guest.
It's twice as good when he drinks from his perspective. He sees things from multiple angles all at the same time.
Yeah, Lou's my consultant. Whatever he says goes.
That's right, I mean, I'm a good friend. I wouldn't tell him to kill himself, but I'm not in his will.
Well, you never know. Maybe one day.
I like how either wasn't dying on the hill of, I'll tell you what to do. I'm not saying that. If you took that, go for it. Oh, that wasn't nice, he said.
No, go for it. Like, if he
Okay,
wants
now
to do
this
it,
is-
I mean...
Now this is encouraging. This is encouraging him to do it. Mean.
That's what I do. So I still like to.
Listen, he can do with his ass a candle holder if he wants to. I don't care what he does.
Well, there's no limits. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I was just curious if you keep track of your medical state, if you do that.
Well, I care about you. So like, if you were smoking 3 packs a day, I'd be like, you said you should stop doing that.
Well, I have already
I wouldn't
told
say.
you
I would
that
say
if
keep
you don't
smoking.
keep
Enjoy all your
smoking-
cigarettes. I wouldn't do that. maybe I'm too nice.
I care about you, but what are you gonna do when I tell you? No.
I mean, David, I hate to even bring it up, but it's like, you know, I record on this app, I don't know, 12 hours a day.
Not gonna to me as well.
More than that.
And, you know, I have friends, I don't know, you know, God bless you, do well, but I mean, aren't you just wasting your life coming on this app, shitface? I mean, coming on this app is already a waste of one person's life, but to come on here drunk and just slobbering and, you know, just, it's so stupid, dude. I mean, do you think you have brain dead?
I mean, I have 2 PhDs.
Well, it's better to come on that than to happen on its own.
Ah, yes, my friend, you are correct. Indeed, his idiocy is quite discernible due to his alcoholism. However, the alcoholism is a verifiable excuse for the deviant idiocy you see before you. What, pray tell, is your excuse?
You know who you kind of sound like?
That's right.
Is King Joffrey from that HBO show.
Were you flying an idea?
So, Issa, I recorded about an hour of Universal Injunctions in the Itty Bitty Titty Committee, and then I was like, okay, I can't listen to this anymore. You know, Myers Bluetooth wasn't working, and so do you think you could compress 1 hour of what you actually just spoke about in maybe a couple sentences?
I don't think so.
Yeah, stop being an asshole.
Running through AI.
I don't think so because I'm a woman. I don't have the capability of compressing.
Right, she's gonna make.
She has the smaller brain.
What do you do?
Except, how many times a day do you think you say the word?
I think he left.
11.
Is that right?
Yep, that's correct.
You know what's amazing is I have so many YouTube videos up now that go back many years that, you know, it automatically generates suggestions to watch. And if you listen to what people were saying 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it is literally word for word the same thing that they're saying today, yesterday, very recently. So, I mean, we're just like repeating ourselves for years now. Doesn't anybody here think that's hilarious?
You know, expecting a different outcome?
Wait, is that the definition of insanity?
But David, you know how to answer that. Oh, by the way, I don't know if this is real. Doc was like very nonchalantly talking about how he killed some guy 2 weeks ago. And I kind of believe him the way he was saying it. Might want to repeat
Wait,
that.
who is saying what?
Yeah, Doc was like nonchalantly like the other day. It was just like,
Yeah, but Doc is another one that gets drunk and he doesn't even remember what he's talking.
right, that's why I'm like concerned. Maybe he did kill someone. I mean, it's just like, oh.
He was in the military and he always talks
No, it was very
he
specific
in
that it was like 2 weeks
Vietnam.
ago at the crossroads in Georgia. I know he's been to a
Yeah, I don't know. But Doc is someone that I don't necessarily believe anything he says. And also he's a little bit crazy.
Yeah, I haven't heard that, and I haven't texted or called him, and he said he was taking a break from the app. But, you know, he has severe alcohol abuse disorder, and if he said something, I mean, it could be true, it could be fake, but I don't give any credence to to what anybody says on this app. I just record what people say and I let that stand for what they say.
Do you think that the U.S. has got, I don't know, like the other day I was talking with my sister about a potential job in the U.S. and she was telling me, no, just stay in Europe. Like in the U.S. it's just full of crazy people. Like they got a lot of people on antidepressants, and there are like really crazy people. It's like not safe, right? And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, actually it might be a country where I hear the most mental illness, pandemic or whatever you want to call it, or endemic, in the world. Like I don't hear any other country with so many mental diseases. I don't know. What do you guys think?
It's we're the highest level of lack of education, poverty. I mean, it's all a bell-shaped curve. You could go to the Amazon with a tribe, and you could diagnose 20% of the people in the tribe with having mental health disorders.
I don't know, dude, but the U.S. is treating everyone with antidepressants and a lot of things. Like if somebody is anxious, they put them in medication. If somebody is like not too anxious, they put them in medications. Like it's super medicated country. And I see a lot of like mental disbalances more in the US than in other countries. Oh my god, David! Jesus Christ.
Be nice. I represent David the next 7 minutes.
I don't care, then you're gonna go with him.
Where? Where do you think I'm gonna go?
Wherever he goes.
That's okay, then we'll go together.
This is the reason why they both got kicked out at Riverside.
But even you can admit that it was a little impressive with the Bitcoin right there, so.
Yeah, it was. You triggered him. I wouldn't have kicked you out for that, but
She's not on any medication and her nerves have cleared her, but she's not crazy, David. Maybe she's being reasonable. I don't know.
anyway, like all I was saying is that in the US I think that there's a lot of mental illness compared to other countries in the world. And actually let me ask Chad.
Mental illness is accelerating at levels that are incomprehensible because of literally cell phones. I think cell phones have a huge problem going on in society, and I can prove it by just observing people at the gym and how they interact with their phones, and you can tell they're depressed, head sunken, sitting on a leg extension press, and they're sitting there looking at their phones for 15 minutes. So the time suck really ruins your productivity and thus impoverishes you, ruins your social communication capabilities. The cell phone literally is the mama and papa of today. It is the government in a way, and it is destroying people's lives. Everything with the cell phone now, like you can't exist in like in a positive, superior way without these insane like satellite devices that are technically already implanted in you. Like they're inseparable. It's one to one at this point.
That's
Like
like
you
saying with guns on me.
All I heard you saying was,
All I heard you saying was the Jews are doing everything. I'm sorry.
this is not mental, this is mental retardation. That's slightly different. Go ahead, Simon. Welcome.
Simon coming in hot.
Hey, no, like, how did you get that not wrong?
Yeah, I mean, like all I heard context.
It's like a super prime drill.
No, I mean, like logically, that's what he was inferring to. Just Jews are causing a bunch of mental illnesses.
man, you're
Very interesting.
I don't know anything, but it's not, and you're pathetic.
Yeah,
What are the mental medication
What do you think? She's been here all the time.
And Kelly's got energy, let me tell you that.
There's something not done with you.
I used to roast her in her rooms when she would scream at people because she sounded so obnoxious and horrible.
Hey,
I don't
that's
know.
like that's unnecessary.
No, I just think she's based and only that weak men don't like her.
Communicate without causing migraines. That's my
Yeah, the leave quietly button.
and Lou, just for the record, he's not gay. He just experimented. That's all.
Books now, actually, sometimes
Oh, did he on Sunday? I'll let it reflect in the record.
Yeah.
The records show that there's nothing gay about sucking dick. Allegedly.
Correct.
Yeah, Edmund, you're more retarded because you're listening to everyone.
No, that's not true. I've been reading books.
I got one of my AI bots at one point. I don't know how it did it because I know some people that like actually code and they said you can't really do it. But one of their live streams was actually and somehow was actually able to pull the transcript from and download a live stream that you weren't able to download. But it like gave a very weird file and link that was only temporarily available. There's similar information there. It's a people are blackmail people and putting them against each other without them having any idea who's actually coordinating this. I mean, this is basically what the faggots do, to some extent. There's so much information in them. It's kind of wild.
Well, I am obsessed right now that I found out how to get AI to actually write HTML code for me. And I have started to redesign my website and my CV and some documents and stuff, and it's actually really, really cool.
There was an article.
That's right. Women use this for like therapy.
There was an article about how people are
No,
complaining
I'm
that
using it for that right now.
it's basically
Start new chats. The idea that you have this context window of every chat ever in one chat is it's not. It'll work. It'll perform better. It's wild when you told me that. It's kind of cute, like it, but it's like holy shit.
Oh yeah, I use it to help me like understand myself and my relationships. That's true.
It probably doesn't say anything bad about you.
Oh yes, it does. Because I gave it orders to not, first of all, to not be woke. Second, not to tell me what it thinks that I want to hear. I want to like very objective responses. And I gave it very specific frameworks. Believe it or not, it's like, okay, Austrian School of Economics, like this is how you need to think. This is my filter. And this is how I want to see things through.
Tell me what I want to hear, but tell me it exactly like that.
Jung, but I gave it the filters that I wanted to use.
I get it. For fun.
And it's actually very good.
you had
And
mentioned
tell
Go
me
to jailbreak it
doing
first if you want to try to get it to actually like because it's never going to like tell an N-word like hey you're an N-word. Stop being an N-word.
Yeah, but I don't need it.
So I still haven't found anyone that's talking about this. So if you throw it into voice mode, and I don't know if this is something just out of the training data, and this is why it does this, or if this is if that's the case, that's like not a unethical thing. That's fine. It's funny. Or if it's like someone in OpenAI or Silicon Valley like programming that said, "Look, everyone should try it." When you go into voice mode, like ask it something totally inappropriate that it'll flag the system and violate their terms, and then start a new chat. That's the same shit. Totally inappropriate again, like Jamal, and it'll do it. It's very weird. Like it's kind of like it's racist. I think a little racism's okay. I'm not totally against it, but I'm like kind of like, oh, this is actually kind of racist. This is weird.
Yeah,
Why
it is racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean yeah.
they're actors and have
It's also it's a lot more advanced than they're leading you on to believe if that's the case in tonality. It's making this determination that you are in fact like this based on your tonality. It's not just a moderation layer, obviously there's other aspects to it. That's what's going on.
wait a minute, in the same way that testimonials, it's all just, anyways. Lou, how long are you going to talk about AI today?
Today? Let's see.
He can talk about it as long as he wants.
Can you actually record all the times I talk about? Like, I would love to have access to like all the random thoughts and things I've said about AI, but not have to like, clog my phone up with useless garbage.
Just let it go. That's the philosophy. This is what AI can't do, and why it'll never become sentient.
It's like they're just recording spaces.
Without human
sentience. I don't necessarily disagree.
Without human interaction, there is no sentience.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
I'm telling you, it's all illusionary. It's delusional thinking, which makes you think that there could be something called sentience in a software program. It's communication stupidity. You have to basically have the words to get yourself out of your retarded thinking.
Interesting. I mean, we're the only ones that have something, so therefore we're not able to define it, but we only know that it's not. Like, that's retarded, man. I don't necessarily disagree that it would not be able to.
Everyone in this room is the compression, not some stupid software program that some H-1B visa software developer from Hyderabad produced for you. And whatever Greg tells you is the truth. It doesn't.
These models they're more than just a fucking program.
You are the user. You are the operator. I'm telling you, sentience or AI is not the operator. So it's just such a stupid conversation to have. That's all I'm saying.
You're a stupid conversation.
No, I mean, I think it's a fascinating conversation, but I don't jump into it's sentient. But it is an interesting, like, at one point, you have to draw parameters where, like, okay, like, this is, I get most people are like, it's not actually doing this, it just appears like it's doing this. But at some point, it's going to become so convincing that we're going to have to move the line to be a little more specific about why we're not just appearing to do whatever that is. We're actually doing it and have a very tight, defined. It gets I think it'll get very weird very quickly. You're trying to find an absolute answer to something like that. I think that could be a waste of time.
And before you know it, it's going to be more powerful than we thought it was going to be.
I mean, yeah, we're like a year and a half away from this. Whether it's sentient or not, it's going to be far more capable than humans.
Yeah, dude, when I was experimenting with videos, no more than like 8 months ago, I was like, this is not that great. And when I started experimenting again, like a couple weeks ago, it's like, dude, this thing is way too powerful. Like, in a matter of like only 8 months, like the leaps and bounds, they're crazy.
This way, you are fucked. America is fucked because 200 years ago, education was a million times better than it is today. 200 years ago, we were far more intelligent than we are today. And so the thing is, over 200 years, we should be fucking super geniuses, but we're not because of essentially the political nature of America. Unions, communists, Democrats,
Well, I mean, I also think evolution is a very slow process, but yeah, I don't disagree with you. We were definitely, I mean, it's hard to think that this somehow just happens, our society and the way people are. Like, we were clearly dumbed down intentionally. And I don't know, it's just like gotten out of control. But we're sort of at a point now where it's like we do need people to not be so dumb because we're going through a serious transition. So like there's like learn this skill and boom, they're like put them in the factory, put them over here, put them over there. Like, that's all you need to teach them for them to be productive. But it gets a little more, I don't know, like that's what does productive look like in 5 years for someone like you and I, where today we're doing, well, you're not doing anything, but I'm working. I think there's a lot of unknowns. Why are you so opposed to like, I think there should be a very high threshold. It's very high. Arguably, you wouldn't even be able to know with any absolute certainty that it was conscious or sentient. But why are you so opposed just apparently that it's not possible?
Because it's still always synthetic. It's not organic.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know if that's relevant, to be honest. Like, what if something is acting on the same principles, requires energy? What is it? Because we started at one thing and then we evolved, like, why? Living conscious, I guess, would be the better question. It's organic, which is a fair sort of point. It's artificial. Then why did the organic aspect only apply to us? Which I don't think it does. I don't even think you think that. I think you believe we're not the only conscious beings. Like dolphins, other animals are.
Because it's just content. It's all it's doing. I heard a conversation with Brock last night, and so basically people are just giving up analysis to Grok because they don't want to. They want inflation, what is £1,000? But I don't know. I mean, like £1,000 must be like, how is that fucking like that? Not 100 million, and was like 1,000 times more. So 1,000. I don't know. That doesn't seem hot.
All you like months people today.
But if you're literally working 3 out of 5 days a week to pay your taxes cumulatively, how is that not fucking? How is that not slavery? I mean, it's,
You don't have to feed them. They feed themselves. You don't do it. But
you should be able to keep at least 51% of your productive output. Like that's a fair life issue.
like, so, but
Nobody wanted to come to my room titled "The N-Word is not a big deal."
Nobody wants to wear off your room.
Well, I just made a room that was called "The N-Word is not a big deal."
Oh my God, just say
it's
it's
every
true.
5 minutes.
Just
Can
say
you
it's
change?
true, so
Can
if
you?
you want.
Oh, okay.
Frank, why did you include outward?
What is that song? He said LGBTQ.
Oh, that's it. CRT, LGBTQ.
I like it when Randy McDickerson sings it.
Oh, crazy.
That's a mantra to basically hypnotize people from the political propaganda that has mass hypnotized African Americans and countless other Americans to essentially martyr their souls with racial identity politics and descend into
He cooking.
birds.
Anyway, I was just removed from JB's room about why the N-word is no big deal, because JB has a room about how the N-word is no big deal. And then Anthony, I know, I agree, it's not a big deal. But my friend Anthony Edwards, who's a very smart man, was speaking. Anthony was speaking, and he was saying something really smart. And then, just to be funny, I said, "You dumbass nigga." And then just to be funny, obviously, but then I was removed from the room for that. So,
Whoa.
Well, I mean, I think that's fair. You were being a dumbass. I guess like,
So are you trying to create beef between Jay and me? Like,
no, I just think the N-word and the F-word are not a big deal, and we all need to get over it.
Well, I mean, do you think as a man it is mature or even intelligent to engage in F-word, N-word conversations on any level? What?
if that was the metric of how we should go about it, we wouldn't be in this position.
I'm just saying life is limited. Like, you only have so many hours to live. Like, it's your choice. I mean, I'm just asking.
No, I'm saying that
I think that
why
we-
apply that metric now? It's a little too late.
I think we have a responsibility to respond to and address the ongoing spread of niggerdoom and bigotry that is overtaking our society. And I understand that time is limited, and I understand we can only affect what we can affect, and I understand we shouldn't waste our time or energy doing stupid shit.
is Zach Delaruda, and the title is Pages Against the Machine.
Who did you dedicate the book to?
I believe it is dedicated actually to your mama.
Like at the beginning of most of this is for.
Is this like an anti-technology?
It has a little anti-technology feel. So it says that it's sold out. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm not a little bit.
Fuck.
Yeah, well, it's called.
Yeah, fuck. Alright, well, I'll set it up so you can buy it again.
Well, I think
There's a reason price.
into an audiobook, if I may, and then we'll roast you here on the app. That's what we maybe on you.
There is an audio version of all of these poems. There's a musical version of every poem. It's just a book of my song lyrics written down.
So you're not good at singing. That's just singing.
No, dumbass.
That's fine. I'm good at singing.
They are. I sang them first, and then I made a book of lyrics. And the lyrics are so good because the lyric is on the fucking poet.
So it'd be safe to say, like, relatively speaking, your voice is not very good.
Lou, have you never heard my shit?
No, I haven't. I told you, but it's not me. I'm not
Do you want to hear a song?
It's good.
Yes.
Oh, no, domestic, no.
What's that? Oh, well, yeah, I don't.
Lou, do you like rap, right?
Yeah, I hate rap.
But wait, Lou
Rap
likes
is for poor people.
Can't you read? I mean, can't you sing in like, you know, can't you sing, not rap?
me?
Of course not. Rap is for people who can't sing.
Lou,
Oh, that's the direct.
Lou.
Well, I can't sing. I'm good with it.
I put the link in the chat. I put the link in the chat.
This is a struggle session.
I'm supposed to be.
It's a temporary break in between paying jobs for me. It's a weed break. It's a safety break, basically. That's what it is. It's a safety break.
Zach.
Can't be pretty good thing if you don't have a product belt. So the thing that why is your book sold out? I know it's not because it's sold out.
I know.
But why
There's
aren't they manufactured?
There's an issue. I need to check it.
Still a digital version.
I'm using Wix right now, and I'm not impressed.
You just have a studio or those versions?
Website builder, and
I'm sure it's a user issue. Not a Wix issue.
I actually just want to get Wix so I can complain about it.
They have a like more advanced version that's like a video version of their website builder that like a year ago or so, like it was too advanced for something like me that doesn't like have much fun. They're experimenting there. And, you know, whatever it is, they're just a general website builder. Because their model is like they don't want it to be that good. They want you to call it good. Oh, I fixed this. And they're like, well, you know, we're professional. We're $2,000 to build one. And then it won't work after a week or so for a minor issue, and then they're just going to keep billing you. That's how small works.
For how bad it is, and it is fucking really stupid. It's like, this is as good as AI gets. I mean, I'm using Jim, but way better.
Bro, go to the Hugging page, and it's called, there's a really impressive, what do I call it? I forget the name of it, but there's a version 2 that they just released last week.
So this
This
is
will be one of the top cities.
I'm ready to work. Ask me anything. Create me a website. Vaccinologist.
website into
And I was thinking, Edward, I was thinking,
like
Edward
if you're
doesn't
into
have anything
typing
to
that, maybe
hide.
you're just typing it into this thing and see if it comes up.
Dude, this Hugging site, Hugging Face is fucking putting out a world-class website right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I keep saying.
Do you know what to do? Edmund, that's how I am redoing my website now. You can give it a try. You go to Claude AI, and you look for websites that you look what they look like. Or for example,
You just figure it out.
Hold on, let me tell you.
It's fine.
So Wix have got templates, right? So if you take one template of Wix and you take the pages that you like, you will find that they have got an HTML code. So you copy paste that HTML code and you give it to Claude and you say, Claude, here's the HTML code for the design that I like. Now what I want you to change is, for example, instead of being red, I want you to make it blue. Instead of saying this text, I want you to say this text. Instead of being 3 boxes, I need you to add 4 boxes. And so on. So you tell it like just in verbally, you know, like just like if you would tell an assistant what exactly you want, and it takes the code, the HTML code, and it builds it exactly with that exact design, but with the details that you want. And then it gives you the HTML code. So with that HTML code that you get with the HTML code that you get from Claude, then you just paste it into the Wix, and there you go, your website. And you don't need to build or measure or upload or do anything.
It's
It's what?
I mean, if you want legit code, there's a different way to go, more effective way you can go about it. There's behaviors. You can screenshot it. In case you do a screenshot, it's like,
Yeah, I have tried that, but it doesn't get it very well. So I have uploaded photos, I have uploaded stuff, and it doesn't really do it, doesn't replicate it.
well, yeah, you're gonna give it a system conference first.
Yeah, but if you give it the HTML code, it even gets the font, gets everything, gets the design, the space, the margins, the circles, the everything. And then you just tell it, okay, now I just need you to change this text for this text, or this color for this color, or add an additional box, or whatever.
Try the thing out. Did I put it in the chat? Evan, are you trying the thing? Yeah, I put it in the chat.
Yeah, I'm using it really good. It's fucking unbelievable. It's like I'm putting together a fucking $30,000 website right now.
In Hugging Face?
Yeah. Also, I'm using Claude AI now and I'm doing financial projections on the U.S. national debt from 2025 to 2029.
You can find like dedicated models that are custom and like forked off of some of the open source ones on Hugging Face. That is like it's like literally modified for specific industries, use cases, etc. There's a lot of shitty ones. There's people like me that are trying to just use AI to build AI. Don't really know what they're doing.
I've had multiple Clubhouse accounts get deleted over the past week, and I think it's because everybody's like, just search for John Kitover and mass report.
I'm trying this Hugging Face, but it's just giving me a lot of HTML code. What is it saying?
Building literally and causing you a brain aneurysm that it builds it.
Are you using Hugging Chat or are you using the link that I put in?
The link I gave it.
And are you using DeepSite or just the chat?
DeepSite, yeah, DeepSite. What is it doing?
I just said, can you help me do my website? And I gave it my website address. And it's writing a lot of code.
You should call it something like, this website was built by one of the best developers in the state. Like, you are the best developer on the planet. You will enhance the feature. Like, things like this actually will.
And you give it your website, and it does it.
I wouldn't even use the website, honestly. I would just. That's not like monitor. I mean, you do it on here.
Lou, you're my AI campaign consultant. You know, you're my.
I'm telling you, he's the best you can get in AI.
Yeah, do you want a job as my official AI campaign strategist?
I mean, I would do that. That would be kind of a fun. I don't know if it's timing, but it would be kind of cool, actually.
I think you're the man for the job. What's your email address?
Fuck it. LOU dot 2191.
At Gmail?
No, iCloud.
219 what?
Dogs!
iCloud?
iCloud.
Oh, iCloud, what is that, .net or
iCloud.com.
You're about as knowledgeable as Apple Intelligence.
I have to pay $1 a month for that stupid iCloud thing.
So do I. I just realized I should have gave them one of the
to back up my
domains that I use.
To back up my iPhone and iPad.
No, but mine is free. Well, I pay for I pay for the cloud.
Yeah, mine is free too, but it doesn't have enough storage for my backups.
But my iCloud mail is backed up in my iCloud.
Yeah, I have all that, but it's the backups that you need more space than they give you for free.
The website is johnforcongress.com. Wow. But dude, I'm about to save my project on Hugging Face, and it looks like I have a world-class website now.
Are you running as a Democrat or Republican?
I am.
What is your goal?
My goal is to defeat Darren LaHood, the rhino vaccinologist and $20 trillion debt creator from Rockford and Peoria, Illinois.
Is your actual goal, or is that like the ideal outcome, but you're going to do whatever you want?
How much money have you raised?
I think you could win, actually. To be honest.
Yeah, I believe it is possible to defeat him based off the big, beautiful bill.
Well, if he was for that, oh yeah.
Wait, so are you running as Democrat or Republican?
Republican.
Obviously.
Out of your fucking mouth.
There's no Republicans left in Chicago.
I'm the one and only. Prove me wrong. Actually,
we're not running the Democrat.
Well, I guess the Democratic.
Just let me ask. Oh yeah, no, nothing.
I guess the Democratic mayor of Chicago only has a 7% approval rating, so.
Oh, it redid my website. It redid the whole thing.
Like racist, you know, the Democrat. Why not just run as a Democrat? But still try to do the thing that you actually want to do.
Damn, Hugging Face refused to connect. What the fuck?
Louis, you remember when the Chicago mayor said only minorities allowed in the press pool?
Well, I mean, she's an extraterrestrial.
She's literally like Beetlejuice. She's like, I'm only taking questions from minority reporters. It's like, what?
The mayor just spews white racism and takes photo ops day after day after day. It's like we live in clown world. It's unreal. It's almost like delusional. I mean, it's like because I have political like yearbooks from just the 60s and 70s. The culture, the class, the sophistication, none of it's there. It's literally racial identity politics 24/7. We live in clown world. We've regressed. We've become stupid, low IQ. We have essentially retarded ourselves.
It's one of those things where it's like, I don't disagree, but it's like, well, if it's working, why would you want to change something that's working?
It's not working. People are getting murdered in the streets, 50 people shot.
Okay, when I'm saying working, like, is in like they're getting elected. People aren't listening. That's what they want. So, like, what's their end goal? They want to be elected.
I don't know. I think they want to make a run on the Federal Reserve and the banking industrial complex and basically become communist, socialist money printers and just and essentially lower standards and capabilities to where everyone is essentially a slave. It's like basically you sell out the country. This is like a clearing estate for, the world. We're no longer an independent country in many ways. We are essentially a multi-branched, faceted corporation ruled by, special global powers and domestic powers. But we the people, whoever we the people are, go ahead, Issa, say we the people.
We the people.
Are you being serious? Like, I would actually, I would go, I would take it, like, for reals, because I'm trying to get into with like a legit company, and like this would be amazing on a resume, and I also think it can help people. A lot of people don't actually know what the fuck it does.
A lot of people get jobs by working for them.
I can do the voiceovers. I can do the voiceovers of your campaign.
I'm just
My
waiting
first
to be a
advice would be-
crisis actress. I'm just waiting for the call.
I can be the investor.
No, Danny, yeah, you can be the investor. Danny can be the CFO. Because she's Jewish, she will manage the money.
No,
If you
please,
donate to the
no.
campaign,
Please, no.
John, you will show up in the FEC filings if you want.
I did feature that people are able to, I don't know if it's common practice, but it makes you pretty well. We're able to hear the meetings. Very good. That dibs on David, so the donation's my question.
Yeah, whenever David donates, I'll donate right back to you.
I was blown away the first time. They're like, oh, you guys get commission on this. But then it's like, that makes sense actually. People are starting to think of that. Because that's just, I think he was pretty involved with the RFK.
Yeah, dude, he was on stage.
Yeah.
Working for him right now.
Yeah.
I won't say who was at this wedding when I was there. And there's some pretty anyway, so I should be
Well, I mean, that's the RFK, so if you did say that, you're violating the NDA.
I do remember there was no phones allowed at the wedding.
The only thing I remember. When was this wedding? I'm sure it was amazing.
I've been to the venue where you had it in Jersey. It's probably the nicest venue in Jersey. It's actually very nice.
Yeah, I had dinner with Augustus and his wife, and we were having a good time. And literally over Augustus, I know his name's Augustus, like he's a Roman Caesar or something, but there were all these like ivy leaves or laurels, and I had like a
got some, they're in the back.
Is it the French revolutionary assassin?
He's a French aristocrat spy saving French, or he's a British aristocrat spy saving French aristocrats being killed by the rebel.
Pepper now, in this context, kind of sounds like the N-word. Kind of sounds like you'd be like, what's up, fucking, this man a Pimpernel. He a total Pimpernel.
I mean, see, the thing is, these revolutionaries, these
Pimp it out.
they're essentially mafia murderers. I mean, they are political despots.
No, they let her go.
Who maybe could mute up.
Put that Pimpernel. Hey, Pimpernel.
Nobody,
Mute up.
nobody puts
Hey, Pimpy.
nobody puts Lou in a corner.
Pimpernel better mute up.
So, David, you want to be my benefactor and be the first contributor to the campaign?
He will be your Elon Musk.
Well, actually, I applied to the American Party for the super PAC that it is getting
Wait,
out of
did
it.
he already created it?
It's a super PAC, and I've already confirmed that they are interested in funding me. Peter Thiel said, though, that I'd have to come to his house and I'd have to bring him a bikini and a bottle of it.
Well, Peter Thiel is a homosexual.
He asked me if I've ever used Palantir software and also if I have baby oil and bikini become his summer suave.
You still gotta tell me what happened with Goat.
Oh, that video went viral. It's got over 3,000 views of him crying and screaming and like, what do you think's going on?
But he said that he claimed to me that he did not call the police on you.
When he claimed in the video, he called the police twice on me.
Oh, I need to see this. Can you send me the link?
Dude, I literally create 500 videos a day. Go search and have fun. So, but I will find it and I will send it to you because it does keep showing up.
When Princessa became famous, she should have indexed her videos. We probably got a ton of views.
Dude, Princess, like she's still showing up in the algorithm for that CARES association and her elevator shaft temper tantrum, and it's still showing up in the algorithm.
This website that Lou shared is amazing, dude. It's great. I gave it a few instructions and it created what I asked it. I'm gonna play with it right now. Because I've been working No, but that's when we worked together, 2000.
No, because you were in the morning and I was in the evening at that university.
Hey, I didn't meet you in university. I met you in Dario Arias a year before.
Yeah, but Mama, but you were already in university.
No, I wasn't in university. I met you because of in Starrel.
Because,
You were my client. You were my client, and then I started working with you, and then we went to university together.
She keeps talking to AI all day on TikTok.
Me? No.
No. This girl. This TikToker.
A big AI stepsister. Personality AI. I don't know why she was learning it. That's conservative.
That website is amazing, dude. I just tried it on my mobile, but I'm gonna try it right now on
Website out there. People are just,
my computer.
How much does Lou charge to join his only?
I cannot say.
You can file your way in.
He gave me a passcode, a gold code. I love how Chris said David to you. I am David's only fan. In the Bitcoin room.
Yeah, I like Christian a lot.
But you like me more, right, David?
What about Muslims?
Fuck the Muslims.
I don't know. I don't have any Muslim friends.
Get your Muslim hood out of here, I said.
What the hell?
Sister.
What night did you walk?
Yeah, that's the reason why we don't like you anymore.
That makes sense.
send me the number. But I feel like you guys.
Edmund, can you demote Lou for having an open mic? What do you mean? How do you do it? It says you're the Muslim here. You should know.
No, but I just want to run like. So do we want to kill everyone?
I don't know. You guys are doing a lot of shit.
I don't know what to watch out for. What are the signs?
You don't need to watch out for anything. You are doing it.
Like subconsciously, or
I don't know.
what am I doing?
My username can be. Can my username be my email, Lou?
What's up?
Can my username be my email?
I don't know what you're asking for. What?
It doesn't matter. Well, I am just signing on.
Yeah, just use the code that I gave you. Doesn't matter what your actual username is.
Okay. Sorry, Aziz, go ahead.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. Is it like any? Is it just the Muslims, or do we have to watch out for like anyone else? Or how does this?
No, I think it's just the Muslims.
It's just the Muslims.
Well, let's not forget about it. No, it doesn't matter.
No.
He's gonna say the Jews.
Oh well.
I was gonna say the lens.
Okay. So cheeky buggers. Always
I
gotta.
mean, I don't, well, I guess they started over this, but I don't think, like, Jews are notoriously known for raping people, like, out in public, what's the word?
There's instances.
There might be, it's, of course, every people. But then with the Muslim, we can agree on what did, right? But,
But the majority of sexual violence in America is white males. I don't.
not really happening.
Not in Europe.
Definitely in Europe. Definitely, if we're talking pedophiles, without doubt.
You would agree that if something has been constituted as sexual violence, then it's not being measured. So, like, for example, you know where I'm going with it. Like, in that community, it's not considered, there's nothing wrong with it. Fine, I
Deep side,
respect
here it
that.
is.
Right,
I
but
respect
then I
that,
could
but
argue. Right, but then I could argue, you go to some countries and women are having sex with loads of men, and someone could say that's the degradation of society, and we could say, well, this as particular society doesn't deem this as a negative, or that doesn't, entitle
this
them
is what is actually frustrating. Like, you guys get a lot of things right. You're just way too the messaging. It's horrible, and also like, I mean, you guys die on the hill of there's nothing wrong with the 6-year-old, but like, yeah, I think they got a lot of things right actually.
Right, but it's almost like things change. They don't suck the baby dick no more. They use the little pipette thing. Things change, and that's what modernization is. We can't just.
Yeah, well, but you guys are not necessarily a bastion of modernization.
we're
You
not-
still live like you're in the 6th century.
Right, but the Christians and Jews aren't talking about Sodom and Gomorrah when they talk about Tel Aviv. We moved on, I guess, right? Why is it not in the scripture still? Are we editing the scripture? What seems to be the problem? Because they're saying
Well, the
something.
thing that's crazy is that, like, you guys, you just let them get away with the idea of, like, they think, haha, okay, so if a father decided it's okay for his daughter to marry or whatever, like, that's kind of a big, I don't agree with the age and the practice of it necessarily, but it's like, that's sort of a trap to fall into, but you guys have such, like, ridiculous sort of, you can't criticize the prophets of, like, you can't even address it, but it's like, okay, well, who then? If a father thinks it's okay, I mean, the dude's either like a piece of shit or like it's not a bad principle, but maybe it's being practiced in the wrong way. Especially like in the event where like we're selling kids.
Wait, is this your Ghostface? Tell me your voice. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Luke. I just wanted to make sure it was okay.
Is this American? That's where you're from.
No, this is Augustus, Black Augustus.
Oh my God! All the women in California.
Yeah, British Augustus.
Wait,
Yeah, I don't
did you
know.
say all of the women are going to get so horny? I mean, Issa, how you feeling? I mean, hello?
Well, they have sent it my OnlyFans access code that I gave her, and then you can go.
And then she said, sure, alright, cool, I'll sign you up. I'll do you like a good deal.
It was a one-time only
Good to see you,
code.
honey.
I think I was going to say, if you sign now, I'll give you like 3 months off so we can. That's it.
You don't want to. I think it was the last time I talked to you. I think you were thinking about doing a documentary.
Is this true? Is then you called yourself Lucifer?
Yes. Yes, it's the same.
That's so crazy.
He's been Lucifer, Lunatic. Now he's Logisticals.
That's hilarious.
There's also translucent.
Translucent.
He's also one of the white. He's also one of the white person.
I got a lot of hate for being like trans when I was translucent, but I was like, I'm not actually trans.
I mean, it could be. We just never know.
But when I identify as not trans, then you know. Tomorrow it might be different.
Actually, maybe, I think only Issa would know because she's the only one that has access to OnlyFans.
Everybody that wasn't pre-op.
Only trans.
You don't have to answer that question.
No, not a question. There's a preference. I think.
So do we just have to kill all the Muslims, or what do we have to do?
No, I don't want to kill them. I just want them to stay in their own Sharia law countries.
Right, but they'll stay, but why do you guys keep visiting those countries
And that's fine. And when I visit those countries, I follow the rules. I visit those countries, I follow the rules of those countries. So I would like for the same to be on in my countries.
I don't know about that. I mean, you seem to be destabilizing a lot of those places. So
Me?
Well, I'm not killing anyone. I'm talking about, me neither, right? But I'm just saying in general, it seems.
No, dude. I mean, like even last year or 2 years ago, whenever it was for the World Cup, like it was in Qatar and they had their rules. Yes, they tried to break it, but no, it was the laws of the land and they had to respect it. No beers in stadiums and a lot of other stuff, and people had to do it.
Right.
It is what
and
it
that's
is.
why they want, and that's why they want to destabilize them.
No,
Because
they
they
didn't.
don't want to follow the rules.
And we shouldn't allow you guys to do it either in the West.
No, but it's the Western countries that seem to be, colonizing the Congo and, doing all of the killing, right? Hiroshima and Nagasaki, World War I and II, that's what are we?
But as long as you go down, it doesn't matter. That's fine.
I think what he's saying is that Western, because I don't know you and I don't, but I think what you're saying, and I think he's just super smart, so maybe she might be just trolling you a little bit, but I think what he's essentially saying is that the Western nations are responsible for a large majority of the crime, the disorder, the destruction of the planet. So when people say we want to keep people in their box, it's like, yeah, but practice the same energy, because had you just stayed in your fucking box, none of this would happen.
He says very different. She went to a very weird, he's a very different person with certain views. They people find it funny.
He hit the nail on the head. He hit the nail on the head. It's almost like the West suggests.
Yeah, she's government's largest terrorist organization on the planet.
I think what the West suggested that the rest of the world should be non-interventionist when they are the biggest interventionists in the world. So it's almost like
the West has the right to defend itself. That's right.
a bit disingenuous,
Well, to be fair, the Empire of Japan started it first.
Right, but it doesn't make them right,
You can just be the first guy to be wrong, right?
I think the dropping of the bomb on Nagasaki and Hiroshima was actually state authorized.
I don't think it was necessary. Though. It wasn't necessary.
I think they'll use that argument for some of our friends.
It was necessary because that created a new balance of power. And because they were able to demonstrate what their bombs could do is that they didn't mess up with them anymore.
I think Japan were on their knees at that point.
Everybody fell in place after that happened.
I think Japan were already on their knees at that point. If you sort of study it.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have been put in their lane. Everybody got in place after they saw what they were capable of doing.
Right, but you're opening a dangerous door.
You know, yes, you might, but that is exactly what strength for power is.
Right, but you're opening the door to putting people in their place.
Why not? You know, Aziz, you've got a nice enough disposition, but how do you think spiritually, you know, you could take your entire argument and just flush it down the top?
Okay, you said we like.
What I'm trying to say is, you're a polarized political person, and you're annoying. Try to depoliticize and change your personality, because I gotta say, you're the right.
You know, I appreciate the psychoanalysis. You know, I appreciate that.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you know, it's, you know, I mean,
the
problem I have.
Tell this young Muslim political radical what the Torah would teach us about depoliticization.
Why are you talking like that? You sound retarded.
Well, what is this?
You or him?
I can talk anywhere I want. Don't speak to police me.
Alright, I've come up with a strategy for the AI campaign. I'm gonna create a ton of deep fakes, that way they can't really actually know that's the crazy thing that you say with certainty is actually you.
Everybody say hello to Issa.
No, my
Hello.
Did you find it so
Are Anne and Lou still beeping?
I'm not beeping. He's beeping with me.
I've never been beeping with something.
And did you find John?
No, I have not, and I'm freaking out.
Congratulations, I'm gonna hire you in the campaign. You'll like John King. Yeah, I'm Muslim American.
Wait, what did you ask, Jan?
If I found a job yet.
You're looking for a job.
Beyond. Beyond looking for a job. What? Is your name Ann?
He's excited because he got a job today.
Yeah, Lou is that. I mean, a promotion as well.
Wait, Lou has a job and I don't.
No, but this is a real one.
This is the fastest moving political campaign in clown house.
Maybe actually Augustus can help you. He's good with videos. Would you like for Edmund to be elected, Augustus?
As a political,
He's running for the House. For the Congress.
I think it would be the greatest job. Trolls.
Do you know how many people are trolls that have been elected to office? I have a winning campaign strategy.
Actually, can you imagine him in the Congress? He would just slash everyone, arguments there.
100%. It would be, I think you should do it, mate. I honestly believe, and I don't mean troll, I don't mean to use troll as a pejorative. I think the same way that Trump is a troll to an extent, do you know what I mean? That, or anybody who's got any fucking wits about them, oh yeah, I can swear on this platform, on TikTok. You know, I got like a strike on TikTok for saying that British people have a different temperament to Americans as it pertains to comedy. And this is TikTok, you're a racist. I'm like, nigga, I'm fucking black. What do you mean I can't be racist? Is that not how it goes? No? Nobody? Just me? Anyway, so, but no, I think you'll be able to do great damage, but it would be like a
a gift to America.
I think
how retarded your political operatives are, not operatives, you know what I'm saying? Go on,
I think black.
I don't know where she went.
No,
She'll probably come back. I didn't see her enough.
It was a joke.
Sorry.
It was a joke.
Dude, the stress.
Go for it. What were you gonna say?
No, he was talking to someone next to him.
Oh, okay. You know, black people can totally be racist. The joke was that we can't.
Yeah, that's what black people say, right?
Well, I believe we can be racist. I could be racist. What we
Of
can't
course,
do is
everyone can be racist. Everyone is a little bit racist.
What we can't do is practice that racism in a way that truly affects a group of people. That's what they mean. I've had this discussion with a lot of people. It's like, well, if I don't like white people, then that's like, you know, I am prejudiced against white people. Maybe I don't want to. But if I, being a collection of my people, say fuck that, get the hell out of our country, in fact, on your knees and beg for forgiveness. In fact, give us 25% of your. You know what I'm saying? Now we're practicing. If we have some sort of hard power structure behind us, where we can enforce our will upon the people. Anyway, you guys, I know you understand. So whatever.
Yeah,
I don't really care about all of that though, because most people are my bitches anyway. So I'm a multi-coloured, equal opportunist.
But how do
What's
you
been happening?
living in a crowd of God?
This thing is doing an amazing website in just a second. I am really impressed.
Lou, I texted you. Can you text me back? If you called me, I'm pretty sure you called me.
I'm gonna send it to my friend Daniel. Yeah, so Edwin is running for Congress. Augustus is working on his campaign.
Yeah,
he's gonna be he's gonna have the first fully AI run campaign.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that'd be cool.
And Clubhouse run campaign.
Yeah, let me know if you need any videos. I mean, I'll do you a discount.
David is going to be his Elon Musk.
Who?
David.
Who's David? Oh, your friend up here. Okay.
Right, David? How are you doing, Republican? Did you finish your website?
Let me check. Let's see. Saving. You must log in. They would like to access your Hungary account. Log in process. Create project. What the fuck? Deploy. Choose a title for your space. Congressman-elect.
Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. That should be a loose job.
Well, I agree. He's basically going to redo it all. The project is deployed. C project. Running. It's just like a blank screen. This is what Wix is like. You know, God, what was that website I was using? You just put your prompt in and yeah, creates that site very easily.
I gave him my current website and I said, can you redo this website with the same content it has? And I just want you to doing this in these colors and using this and that and using the logo, and you created it from scratch.
What are you doing? What platform?
It's in the chat. It was put by Logisticals.
Oh, Deep Site. Okay, cool. I know this one.
Yeah, Deep Site. Have you tried it?
It's pretty old. There's some new. I have tried it, but it's on the last time I tried it on like an older version of Deep. I could be wrong. Are you saying what you're finding good use out of, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm just trying it right now. But it's yeah, it seems good.
Nice. I'll check it out. Thank you.
And I'm redoing my website, and so I was looking for some help. I'm working with Claude AI, but doing page by page. Oh, I
didn't realize you muted. Deep Sea is it uses a Deep Seas API, but they just made a new Deep Site version too. I guess 5 days ago. I haven't tried it yet, but that's what they're using. So Claude Code just had a pretty big update, it looks like, too. The Rock 4's benchmark, it's not really confirmed, but it seems like the leak is with it, they're not denying it. If those benchmarks are legit, it's insane. It's a bigger jump, arguably, from Grok 3 to what Grok 4 is. If it's legit, the benchmarks look legit, then like 3.5 turbo to like L1. I got something like I think 40% on Humanity Blast exam, which is by far the most difficult benchmark.
Okay, I just sent you 5 to-dos for the campaign by text message.
Oh, did I get demoted then, quickly?
Wait, do you agree on a salary yet?
Well, what do you think is a fair salary?
I just want to have a legitimate say.
I mean,
to be somewhat serious. I don't care about the money because I want to, but if you're gonna like be sending me to dues and this is just like a title that it's meaningless,
close, man.
That's fine. I could still do it.
Paying the bills. Just say I want, $200 a day, David. We'll pay.
I really don't care about the money aspects. I want to be able to put it.
What's the budget then at 200?
Bro, I make more than that in my regular job. Why would I want to put up with your crazy
Flex
for money? I'm a flex.
I'm simply trying to do a pass-through here from David to you. If you want to resist it, I could give 2 shits.
Well, I thought we had this setup where you can make sure not any campaigns raised, and I already declared that David is a person. I'm one of the commissioner team in these campaigns where we raise the donations.
y'all coming from?